Rosy friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to talk quickly about my current skincare routine and the fact that the majority of the products that I will be talking about will never be seen in another video again. I'm heartbroken to say that my favorite skincare company has shut down. It closed at the very end of January, and they're not selling my products anymore that I love. So I was going to do a video about my winter skincare routine anyway, and then I debated not doing it because a lot of the products aren't available. But I just thought, well, you know, some of them are, and they're not all from the same company, and it will let you know that when I do my spring skincare routine, it will be full of a lot of other products because I won't be using these ones anymore. So hopefully I will find some really great ones. I've already got my eye on a few. I have some ideas and things, so I'm looking forward to testing those ones out, and hopefully they will work out and I will be bringing you good news. And I think it's very funny to be telling you about skincare today when I'm having such a pink skin day. It's funny because my skin turned out, actually it was pretty good this morning, and then I went out to lunch and I had a really delicious lunch full of trigger foods that it was worth it. It was so good. And I just went for it, and so now my skin is all flared up. I actually had the little bumps and stuff like that. They're not there now. It's just all this redness, and I'm hoping that it'll just be gone. I had lunch 2 hours ago and it's still here. I'm hoping that by tonight, or you know, when I sleep tonight, I'll wake up and it'll look fine in the morning. A lot of times my skin looks so good first thing in the morning. So, you know, I've got like big saggy eyes because I just woke up, but like my skin is about that's the least redness that I normally have. When I found out that the skincare brand that I love was shutting down, I did stock up on a bunch of it so that I am good to get me through the winter and kind of transition into spring, because I like to do a skincare transition as opposed to changing everything all at once, because my skin just freaks on out about that. So a lot of these products you'll see, they're still in their plastic a little bit. I just thought that it was nicer to show you the new shiny ones than the one that the package is coming off, because it's been in my shower for the last couple of weeks. So here's what I'm using on my face right now. It is an extremely, unlike what you're seeing right here, which is the result of, you know, a mushroom and Swiss burger and french fries. Other than that, like, this has been a really successful skincare routine. I'm really looking forward to finding items to replace it. I'm hoping to go for similar things, or at least something with a similar kind of overall feel, like not just the success rate that I've had on my skin, but also I like having natural ingredients, or at least things that I recognize, that sort of thing. The company, by the way, that I'm talking about is SBT Seabuckthorn. If you've been watching my channel for a while, any of my skincare videos pretty much have a mention of one or another or several of their products. They've just been so successful for me, and so I keep going back there and trying their things, and then they custom did some of their skincare products because I used their apothecary, and I just love them. Speaking of the apothecary, that's where the Lavender cleansing cream came from. This is by far the best cleanser I've ever found. I am going to miss you. Like, just absolutely in love with this. I have no complaints about this. I love everything about it. That's what I'm using right now. It is a cream cleanser. All of the ingredients are all very calming and very soothing. It's the everyday cleanser I've always wanted. It has a little bit of foaming once you rub it together and you have it on your face, but not like a huge bubbling or anything, but just enough that it feels like, oh hey, I've got a bit of a foaming cleanser. And I can even use it on my eyes, which is important because I do have a touch of ocular rosacea, and that is washing your eyes and your eyelash area is a really important step to keeping that under control. And so that's what I've been using, is the SBT Lavender Cleansing Cream. Next, I normally pat dry, and then I use rose water. You've seen me talk about rose water a lot of times. Sometimes I get it just from the grocery store if I'm lucky and they have it at the time. I've been lucky quite a bit, but you have to be careful because there's rose flavored water and then there's actual rose water. So the kind that I use is just distilled water with rose in it, and that's it. That said, if I want to consistently find a really good quality version of it, I use this here. I hope this is showing up. It is an extremely bright white snowy day, if that makes any sense. If you live in a snowy area, then you probably know what I'm talking about, that really snowblind kind of day, even though the sun's not out. But yep, so this is from a company called Love North. I can order directly from their website, and it's at amazon.ca, so the Canadian version of Amazon, and it is the Rosewater Facial Mist. If you see in the ingredients, which I will try to show on camera, but it is just rose and water, just like I like. So let's see if that will even focus. Hopefully it will. I'm very hopeful that this is doing it. I can't see my screen. This brand is lovely. The bottle is just a really nice mist bottle. I love the container. I love the whole thing about this one. It is a really nice rose water, and I put this on while my face is just slightly damp. I've just dried it off, but it's still slightly damp. I spritz this on there. Sometimes I'll pat it in with my fingertips too. In the daytime, I would go straight to moisturizing, but at night, I use this. I have reviewed this before. It is the ZenMed Support Serum. And it is the anti-redness solution, vitamin C natural seed formula. And I've reviewed this in another video. If I remember to, I will put a link on the screen. This one's almost done, but I've got 2 more bottles of it in my cupboard. This I also can order on Amazon because it is cheaper to ship it in Canada, shopping through Amazon. But I think in the US, if you buy it directly from their website, it's the cheapest way to go. They have a lot of options on their website. It's a lovely company. It's just, it was, for what I'm actually buying from there right now, it's too expensive to ship it from them. It actually is an anti-redness serum for me. It helps when I put this on at night. You use it just 1 time per day, and when I use it regularly, I can find a measurable difference in my redness. I haven't found that it has made, I know that some vitamin C serums and things will make your skin more sensitive to sunlight and light and things like that, and because I am doing light therapy, I'm very aware of that. I haven't noticed any greater sensitivity or redness or anything after light therapy while using this. So I mean, I don't use this first and then light therapy, but I do use light therapy and then this afterwards, so it doesn't seem to have any negative impact for me. That's it, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it doesn't seem to do anything negative, so really love this. And then I go to the Replenishing Berry Cream. It was the new version of this cream. It's like, it looks like that. And it is thick and it is beautiful and I absolutely love it. And it's another SBT Seabuckthorn product. It's absolutely gorgeous and it's thick and creamy, and you put it on your face, and if your face is as dry as mine, or maybe if it's not, I don't know, I don't have a second face to try it on, but it just sucks right into the skin, and it just, I thought when I first tried it that it wouldn't be enough for me because it just absorbed right in, and I'm used to having kind of a layer of stuff on top almost as an additional barrier because my skin is so dry and reactive. This is all I used as a moisturizer in the summer. This isn't quite heavy enough for me in the winter, but in the summer it was definitely perfect. I'm really gonna miss it. But in the winter time, I use this as a base layer of moisturizer, and then I go a step farther than that on top of it because I do need so much extra hydration in my skin. It is just so very, very, very dry. So Replenishing Berry Cream is the moisturizer. In the daytime, I go for the Rosy Days. This was developed for my skin. This was from the SBT Seabuckthorn Apothecary, formulated for me, and I love it. It's the daytime oil. It's lighter than the nighttime oil, which is Rosy Nights, which I use at night after this guy. And this sits really nicely under makeup. I use 4 drops of it in my palm, and then I just sort of, with my fingers, I kind of tap it onto my skin, and then I sort of spread it around and press it in. Really great under your primer, and makeup sits really nicely on top. Not that I'm wearing makeup, as you can see. This one during the daytime, and then a heavier one at night. It's called Regenerating Facial Oil for Rosacea, Rosy Nights, SBT Seabuckthorn. That one I find is very, very healing overnight. That's just my usual routine, and that seems like a lot, but it's really not, because the steps are so fast and easy. It takes me longer to brush my teeth than it does for me to do my skincare. Once a week, I also use this. It's a product I reviewed several years ago and I'm still using it. It's from Face Addiction. It is the Hydrate Mask. It looks like this. It is very, very thick. It smells beautiful. It smells of rose, like natural rose, because roses are actually an ingredient in here. The ingredients are fantastic. It is such a beautiful product, and basically it is a thick cream that you just spread a thin layer over your face, and then you just chill for, say, 15 minutes, and then you can either basically wipe it off, or you can just sort of wipe away the excess and then just leave it on. That's what I do, because I use this in the evening once a week, and then I just leave on any, like, take off any excess and then just leave it overnight. And by the next day, my skin feels like new. I don't exfoliate at all anymore. I don't have to, because when I use this, then all of the, any dry patches or any rough whatever that seems to have built up over time is all gone, and it feels absolutely fantastic. This says you can use it once to twice a week. I only need it once a week, and I feel like it's a fresh start again. So really, really love this. That said, I believe this is only sold in Canada. At least if you buy it directly from Face Addiction online. That's the only place that I can find in Canada. They do sell it in a lot of spas. That's where you can find it the most of times, if you go to like day spas and really nice places like that. I've gone to a few spas that have it now. Sometimes I actually look for a spa based on whether or not they use this brand. That said, if you are in the US and you can't use that, I also like this mask here. It's from ZenMed as well, the same place as the serum I talked about, and it's the anti-redness mask. And I don't know if you can hear that, but it's very liquid, so you have to be super careful when you open this, because the first time I ever opened it, I just like popped the top and then turned it upside down, and I went like this, thinking it would drip straight down slowly, but it didn't. It like shot out that way, and I lost a whole pile of it down the sink. But yeah, their anti-redness mask is really nice, and I feel like it does great things for my skin, so I use, if I'm not using this one, I'll use this one. And I do any kind of mask and treatment and stuff like that once a week. So this is a really good alternative. Really, really like this one too. If your skin is identical to mine. I don't know if any of these products, well, I mean, you can't get the SBT ones anymore, but any of the other products will work for you, or if they'll do the same thing for you as they do for me. But I really, really love them. And I normally top the whole thing off with a lip balm, an all-natural one. So that's how I polish it off. So I hope this was interesting. I know that it included a lot of products that you can't even buy anymore. But I wanted to be honest, that is what I'm going to be using until the end of the winter, because I did stock up. I do love those products, and I wanted to have enough to be able to transition into a whole new skincare line. So I wanted to be able to ease into those as the spring comes around, and then the summer as well. So I thought I would still share this with you, at least the product types that I'm using and the strategies that I'm using, and the number of moisture layers that I don't just stop. For example, as with a cream, I'll also put an oil on top of that. There's a serum in there, that kind of thing. So I hope this was interesting. I hope this was useful for you. If you do like to hear about the skincare products that I'm using, then I hope you will give me a thumbs up, and that way I will know, and I will make this kind of thing again in the future. And if you do like my videos and you haven't already, I hope you will subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to be alerted every time I post a new video. And other than that, I will see you next time.